AJ Dybantsa. A lot of hype around AJ Dybantsa. A lot of discussion about who should be the #1 pick. I think AJ Dybantsa should go #2, but let's watch his film and give him a second look.
The loss in Lubbock.
All right, the Dybantsa files. There he is. Let's watch.
To Texas Tech. JoJo Tugler jumps for Houston. Kebakeda for BYU, and Houston wins the tip.
Dybantsa, I think, has the highest ceiling of all the players. Darren Peterson is the best right now, but Dybantsa could be the highest ceiling. I think he's like a Pascal Siakam defensively, which is great, with kind of like a Paul George offensively. But he does. I saw a breakdown on him. Dybantsa puts a lot of pressure on the rim. I'll tell you that. He's aggressive, and he kind of attacks the rim with this reckless abandon. I really like that, and he's physical about it. Paul George is more bag work, and he's still strong, athletic, and he'll attack the rim, but he's not quite as aggressive. AJ Dybantsa is very he's very physical on his rim runs and his attacks.
This is Flemings, the freshman with the ball in his hand. Cougar fans need to see some sense of
I also like his defensive ball pressure.
urgency defensively from this team. There's Sinak, his jumper rattles out.
Good box out. We love seeing the box out as a habit, okay? You're not going to box out every play. You're not. And with that length, I mean, it's tough because he's probably used to dominating. In the NBA, though, you better motherfucking box out, man, because you're not. You know what I mean? AJ Dybantsa, yes, you're still going to be one of the more athletic guys there, but these guys are athletes, too.
Ball.
They were also the most athletic guys in college, most of them.
Keda and Tugler, and it belongs to BYU. Well, there's some of that fight that Kevin Young's looking for.
Well, you better plant your feet, man. You're going to get embarrassed.
Yeah, Kevin Young's looking for ball. Keda and
That's a
Tugler,
grown man.
And it belongs to BYU.
Okay.
Well,
it might belong to BYU on the possession, on the arrow, but boy, that shit belonged to Houston, bro.
some of that
The way he just did that, man, that's their ball.
fight that
If we're playing pickup and I do that to you, that's my ball. I'm sorry, bro. Fuck who started with it. That's my ball. I just took that shit from you. Get the fuck out of here.
Kevin Young's looking for. Asked him about the loss at Oklahoma State. He said, too casual, not enough urgency. And he talked about on the defensive end, if his guys don't execute the way he wants, they're coming out of the game. There's no question.
I'll be damned if that ever happens to me, by the way. Nobody's ripping the ball out of my hands. You can throw me around. First of all, you can't throw me around. I weigh 260. Good luck. But you ain't taking the ball from me like that, bro. It's just not going to happen. You have to fucking stab me.
There was that sense of urgency at the shoot-around, more so than I've seen from Kevin's teams since he's come into the league.
Dybantsa hands off Saunders, back to Dybantsa. AJ gets it.
See, like that right there, it's small, but he has room to grow in terms of, like he's got, first of all.
At the shoot-around, more so than I've seen from Kevin's teams since he's come into the league.
LeBron is a high bar, but I'm gonna set the bar at LeBron and show you something.
Dybantsa hands off Saunders, back to Dybantsa.
First of all, we pick up our dribble early, okay? Then you see the double team coming. I'm just saying, a guy like LeBron sees this, finds that guy wide open, it's a bucket, okay? It's either throw it over here, and then this guy runs out and we kick it with a seal and he gets a bucket. Like, something's gonna happen. And also, like, he could have more of a bag. He didn't need to pick up his dribble right there. Now, off the athleticism and the projection, he is still, again, the highest ceiling player in this draft, for sure. But and I'm nitpicking, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, a really, 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 really well-trained NBA player is getting a bucket right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something.
To right. And now Davis. Shot clock is under 10. Right hesitates. Pull-up jumper. Sinak the rebound, and Milos Uzan the other way.
Good defensive possession, right off
and this is,
the back. Good hands.
And actually what I said, though, is still, like, with AJ Dybantsa having a higher ceiling, I still stand by that, and I like a player like this whose impact is very well-rounded. But the thing about a guy like Darren Peterson is when Darren Peterson's team has the ball and Darren Peterson's on the court, they are looking for Darren Peterson. DP, You're our leader. Please take the ball, sir, and get us 2 points. Like, that's how it works. You see what I'm saying? That's a dominant offensive player. That's the player you got to take, number one. Because, dog, you can't go on offensive possession without Darren Peterson making an impact. And now, Dybantsa is not an offense-heavy player. He's a well-rounded, versatile athlete. And I like that. I actually generally like this player, right? I like this guy over the score-first lethal scorer. But in this draft, it just appears to me that DP is the number 1 pick right now because his ceiling is not that much lower than AJ's, and he's more ready.
By BYU, here's Lou Davis. Feeds inside to Cato, who's
Like, they're playing offense largely without AJ's involvement, you know, which is, I'm not trying to say, like, it's been 2 possessions, but you get a vibe.
And BYU with the first 2 of the game.
Okay, minute in, we see some intensity from BYU, which I think was lacking in the last 40 minutes in Stillwater.
Emmanuel Sharp as they move the basketball. Flemings, who had that brilliant game in the loss, a Houston freshman record. There's a block, but there's Sinek to clean it up and tie this.
I think Siakam is an apt comparison for AJ. I think he can develop into that level of player. That's an all-star player. I mean,
Saw the great speed of Kingston Flemings right there. And those 2 freshmen have probably been better than advertised. Kelvin did not want to commit to these guys, but he has, and it's worked.
Dybantsa shake and bake.
that's look, man. Hey, at that size, that was a little smooth little move right there to get a shot off. I mean, that's bag work.
These guys, but he
That's a pro move.
has, and
Quick, smooth jab. Good footwork. Look at the length he covers on that.
it's worked.
And then, you're selling the drive. He's got to take that step, angle backwards, and now he's got to recover. You're rising up at that size.
Shake and bake.
That's impressive. So he's got that wing stuff. I mean, I don't know about the back to the basket. At this size, nowadays they don't even work on the back to the basket, even though they're this big, right? They're not. It's not like an emphasis or a focus for them.
Jumper wouldn't go. He tried to draw the foul. Kick up ahead. Sinek spins it off the glass and in.
But they're trying to put the ball on the deck, face up from behind the arc, and work in that attack type of mindset.
This young man, and when I say he didn't want to commit to him, he didn't want to give him anything easy until they earned it. And now in February, John, those 2 freshmen have earned the right to be key guys on his Cougar team.
Cato.
A little bit awkward movement patterns here.
Wouldn't go. He tried to draw the foul. Kick up ahead. Sinek spins it
Watch
off the
that.
glass and in.
Love this
I think balance could be
young
something
man.
that.
And when I say he didn't want to commit to him, he didn't want to give him anything easy until they earned it. And now in February, John, those 2 freshmen have earned the right to be key guys on his Cougar
That could have been a walk.
team.
Cato gets it to Saunders. Uzan right up on him.
He's got a good handle. For a guy this size, he's got a good handle. He's able to protect the ball.
And they get the foul on Milos.
And Houston, look, this is a good team. We watched Darius Acuff against Houston as well.
Watch the freshman now. This is tremendous speed down the lane. Good challenge by Cato. And Sinek, the 6'11", 240-pound freshman with that 7'5" wingspan, is coming right into your...
And the foul is on Cato. That's his first.
That whole play started because Milos Uzan blocked out a bigger guy at the... Would kept 5 inches shorter.
Gets it into Ahmed. Ito playing in just his 10th game this year.
Nice read off the screen. I like that. That's good from a guy. Again, you got to put it into perspective. Anything he has right now
The scouting.
is great, but his size, his athleticism, his length, that's what's making him the projected number 1 pick or number 2 pick.
We watched it.
It's not because he's ready right now. It's because what does an NBA team believe they can turn him into? With Darren Peterson, he's a 6'6" guard. He's never going to be like a big physical player. He's going to be a lethal scorer. He's going to be a scoring threat at all times. He's a great defensive player. I like his discipline on defense a lot. He's not going to be a facilitator because you can't really teach IQ or like vision. He can facilitate, but he's going to be a good, really good two-way combo scoring guard, like 1-2, right? Dybantsa could really become anything. He's a wing player right now, and you could turn him into a lethal shooter. He could expand his game, behind the arc. He could still play more in the mid post and learn that back to the basket game from guys like Jimmy Butler, LeBron, right? There's a lot you can do with Dybantsa. And there's still probably an element of him growing into his body and gaining more coordination as well at this age. Just a little bit more. So, there's that. Boozer, again, complete finished product almost. What are you going to do with Boozer? You can have him shoot better, but he's not that quick, right? He's kind of, he's good. Like, he's a very good player, but in terms of NBA speed, he's a little slow. He's going to be one of those guys you don't know if he translates. There's Luka Garza, those categories. He's a little bit more, he's better than Luka Garza, right? He's better, more skilled. He's quicker, more athletic all around. But is he going to translate? He is one of the best players in college basketball, if not the best. But is it going to translate? Darius Acuff, a little bit of a small guard, good skill. What do you add to his game? What do you add to his game? You can always work on the jump shot. With AJ Dybantsa, there's a lot, right? There's a lot you can add. He's still got a lot of work to do. And that is actually something that's positive because look, when he hasn't reached his ceiling yet, that's a good thing when it comes to investing a number 1 pick in him. So there's that.
The last 24 hours.
A really tough shot.
It's a tough shot.
I like his IQ. I like his vision. He knows how to play off of the screen. He knows how to attack and has guard skills at this size. He's going to be a good wing player in the NBA, unless he decides to, Ben Simmons boats and hose the shit. So, which I doubt. He doesn't. Look, and I'm not. I'm poking fun at Ben Simmons, but look, like Ben Simmons was an elite player. He was Rookie of the Year, right? Like he was also elite in college, and like, but he could have been one of the greatest players ever if he developed a jump shot. But I don't know if those were not his training inputs or what. Something went wrong. He still could be, right? He's still but
Ito playing in just his 10th game this year. Here's you.
That's the same shit again. Hold on, let me see that.
A really tough shot.
It's a tough shot.
Dybantsa gets it into Ahmed.
I swear they just ran this shit twice, bro. Am I tripping?
Ito playing it.
Or did I just rewind it?
His 10th game this year.
But yeah, you get that. He's good on the screen. He's better with the ball in the right hand than the left.
Gets it back. Tipped out of bounds. Houston basketball.
Going to be into this next 19 minutes.
Good closeout. A little slow there. I'm hating right now, but I'm just being critical.
The second half.
In his best interest, actually, let's watch the bucket he got. Let's watch this.
You go 46-7, and you're going to go to the Big 12, which had already established itself as good a college basketball conference as there is. I don't think everybody anticipated that they would.
Nice push cross bump. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. See, there you go. He's got that. When you talk about driving to the rack, he has that bag, man. He's got that footwork down. He's physical. I like it. It's a good play.
First 2 of the second half.
Yeah, he went right at Sanak, and he had a little more space than normal. You could tell AJ's face that he's going to be into this next 19 minutes.
Good closeout, maybe a little bit of over. It's a little slow. Look, again, these are. It's critical. These details are critical when you think about evaluating a player. Like, you got to take guy number 1.
He had a little more.
Is he going to get exposed in the NBA? This is not the Big 12. This is the NBA, right?
Face to normal. You could tell AJ's face that he's going to be into this next 19 minutes.
Get into help. It's a little slow recovering off of the closeout, and it forces the help. So it's just shit like this with.
You can tell AJ's face that he's going to be into this next 19 minutes.
The help comes because AJ gets beat on the closeout, right?
And he had a little more space than normal.
Like, again, this is not LeBron James. This is the LeBron James category. He's not LeBron though, right? LeBron eats that closeout. That motherfucker is just suffocated, right?
You can tell AJ's face that he's going to be into this next night.
You see this coming? Like, he'll get up in his face and there's nowhere to put the ball down because LeBron is everywhere, all at once. Omnipotent, omnipresent, right? Defensively. That's what makes him the GOAT. AJ gets blown by. One has to recover in 7. Yeah. And I hate to do that to him, man. I just replayed your shit like 6 times in a row. Like, that's...
Foul disparity here in the second half. Fleming.
Yeah, I'm an asshole for that, like, for replaying your shit like 6 times, AJ. But this is the number 1 pick. You know what I mean? We're talking about the number 1 pick. We got to be add a lot of scrutiny to these, to this investigation, to these evaluations.
Buries that jumper.
At the end of the day,
52 apiece.
And I've said it a couple times, John. How good are these 3 freshmen? Yeah. They are mature beyond their years.
Good screen, good rescreen, good roll. Come back to the ball.
Right at the.
And look, AJ is not the number 1 scoring option on his team, but I don't like to take away from people for that because scoring is not the end-all be-all to basketball. However, it is important, right? When you're not a scorer, like AJ Dybantsa is not a score-first player. He's just a good basketball player that can get it done in a myriad of different ways, in a lot of different ways. So, you know, he's gonna help across the board. And I'm realizing I say in a myriad of different ways way too much. I gotta stop saying that. But like he contributes across the board. Like he's an athletic long wing. Look, man, if you ask me, okay. This is going to sound critical, but out of the 4 players that we've discussed so far on this channel, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, AJ Dybantsa, and Darius Acuff, I think he's currently the worst of the 4 in terms of development and skill. I do think he's got the highest ceiling of the 4, and I think he's the most well-rounded player of the 4. Okay, Boozer's heavy back to the basket big, not that great attacking out from the perimeter. He's pretty good actually for his size. He's surprisingly good at putting the ball on the deck and getting to the rack. His release on the three-pointer is a little slow for me. And he's just a big guy. He's a heavy big, right? Like, does that translate to the NBA? It's excellent in college. I don't know if it translates. What Dybantsa's doing will translate in the NBA. He's just not that good at it yet. He's got to get a lot better. Acuff, true college point guard. Fred VanVleet, great comparison. Jeff Teague, right? Jeff Teague was a little bit more explosive, I feel, and that helped him. That was a real boon for him in the league. Fred VanVleet was not supposed to be a good NBA pro. It was a pleasant surprise that he was as good of a pro as he was, right? And as he has been. I think that Darius Acuff is in that category. He's a great college guard. He's got, he does everything right. He comes back for the ball. He does everything properly, and he's got the mental for it. But is that going to translate to the NBA? Is he going to be too small to get that floater off in the NBA? Because those questions are there. And Darius Acuff's very good. I actually think that if I'm trying to win a national championship in college, I'm probably going to take Darius Acuff before AJ Dybantsa. But unfortunately, when you were talking about the NBA draft, that's not what the conversation's about, right? The conversation's about how are you going to project as an NBA pro against other NBA freak athletes, and AJ Dybantsa is going to be able to hang with the best of the best athletes. Darren Peterson also can hang with the best of the best athletes, and he's developed in terms of his scoring bag. He's lethal. He's elite. I think that's the number 1 pick. I think AJ Dybantsa could end up being a better pro than him. But he's got a lot to work on, man. There's some stuff he's got to get. He's got to get a little quicker. He's got to get a little more explosive. He's got to spend some time in the weight room. He's got to spend some time doing his plyos, all his body development shit. He's got to spend some time on that bag. You got to work on the mid post game, man. Spend some time with the Jimmy Butlers, like we talked about. I think there's still a lot for AJ to get better at. And AJ, if I'm speaking directly to AJ, I'm telling him, hey, don't change your game. Don't become a selfish score-first guy. Do what you do, but continue to develop your game, hone your skills. Because when you do get that open shot, you got to knock that bitch down. When you do get a chance to attack or close out, you got to be able to beat that second defender when you get to the NBA. In order to look, Darren Peterson can do that, man. Real shit. You want to be the number 1 pick. Darren Peterson can do all that, right? And that's just motivation. That's just tough love at that like in that having that conversation. You gotta, you still got some development to go, I would say, but he is, obviously, bro, people don't come out like, they don't make people like you. Like, what are you, like 6'8", long as fuck, athletic, lanky, has good body control, can move around for that size, 6'8", 6'9", whatever the hell he is, right? Can put the ball on the deck. You have a physical mindset, which is important to me. I like that. You got endless potential. This kid's got endless potential. I think in like 3 to 4 years, he could be one of the best players in the NBA. But right now, he's still got a long way to go, if you ask me. That all being said, I think AJ Dybantsa is the number 2 pick in this NBA draft for that reason, for the projection reasons. He still beats out Boozer and Darius Acuff to me. Let me know what y'all think, man. That's my analysis here. You know, that's just my 2 cents, which I don't get paid 2 cents for, so it's a free 2 cents. But like, comment, subscribe, all right? Peace and love.